Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Yoriko Oki. I am talking to you today from sunny Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. I actually have like west-facing window on the right side, and the sun's actually coming in quite a bit. So I hope it doesn't do anything funny, but we'll find out. So let me talk about myself. And first of all, I probably should give you my shop link, which I'm not prepared for. I'm just trying to organize everything, and what I need for myself always comes the last. There we go. So, oh, where's the Zoom? Where did the Zoom go? Oh, I know where it is. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so I put my shop link. It's just actually a website link, and you have to tap on the shop to go to the shop area. But so my name is Yoriko Oki again. The website is actually pretty new. It just opened last October, and I haven't really had the chance to familiarize with it yet. So there may be some glitches. My web designer is working very hard, but I believe this is the first website she built with shopping cart. So we're kind of learning as we go. So if there are any glitches, I'm sorry. I'll make it work eventually. So be patient with me and let me know if there's any problem. And if you're on Instagram, I am most active on Instagrams in terms of social media. And you can follow me at yoriko.oki. That's my Instagram account. So, as I said before, I am a member of Fibre Art Studio on Granville Island, and Penny and Rose, who presented before this slot, they are my studio partners. I am a weaver, dyer, knitter, crocheter. I started crochet when I was 5 years old. And my mom was trying to teach my sister how to crochet. And I was just sitting next to them. And there was an extra crochet hook and ball of yarn in front of me. So at some point, I think I was bored just sitting there. So I picked them up, started trying to follow my mom's instruction. Before I know it, like I had a piece of crochet in front of me, and I still remember mom kind of scream like, "What are you doing?" And I thought like I get scolded, so I got scared. But that's how I got started. I actually taught myself how to knit from my mom's very old magazine when I was in elementary school. It was really old magazine, and the both covers are fallen off already. So I don't know what magazine it was, but it has so much information in it. It was just not for knitting. There's instructions for tatting and helping lace, cross stitching, all kinds of embroidery as well. And I learned a lot from like a little magazine. That was pretty amazing. But anyways, this is what I do now pretty much. And I like to think of myself weaver and dyer and then knitter in that order. But last couple of years, my customers really did a good job keeping me busy. So it's more like dyer, maybe weaver and maybe knitter these days. But I like creating. But at the same time, I love seeing my customers work. It's really inspiring. And I started dyeing yarn about 20 years ago, right after I learned how to weave. 20 years ago, we didn't have that many online shops like we do now. We had Amazon, but they're only selling books by then. We didn't have Facebook yet. So what we did is we had to mail order, if you know what mail order is, or if you remember what mail order is. And then we kind of hope for the best, like actually the yarn comes one day. And then when it came, most of the weaving yarns came in white back then. So we had to dye them in different colors so that we can bring in some colors into weaving. So that's how I got started with dyeing yarn. So I love combining weaving and dyeing techniques in my work. So before we get started, I gave you my shop link in the chat. And on my website, if you buy more than $50 Canadian, I will pay your shipping. That $50 may go up very soon because Canada Post just raised their rate. And $50 was actually set by my web designer because she just thought like she'll do it temporarily. I don't know how to change it, to be honest. So I have to raise it a little bit as soon as I find out how to do that. But for now, if you buy more than $50, I pay your shipping. So the first thing I like to show you is my new colorway in the shop. It's called Hugs and Kisses, and it's on Mighty Elf 2, which is my sock yarn base. 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon, and they're about 400 yards in one skein. It is a little thicker fingering weight, so you could use it as a sport weight as well. There's variegated colors of dark pink, a little bit orange, touch of orange here and there, and dark and light red. And it's really pretty, if I could say so myself. And I don't have a lot of yarn with me here today, but this one I do. I know my webcam doesn't catch the colors very well, but this one doesn't look too good. Oh, it kind of looks washed out. But it's nice, rich color, and I think it's really pretty. Oh, this one's the best catch, I think. Oh, it's changed. So anyways, that's my new colorway for February, and it's called Hugs and Kisses, and it's available on my website. And then I'm so glad Barry came in and showed that project because I still have those yarns available, although I only have 2 sets left. So this was my advent calendar for 2021. And last year I did this for the first time. So my format is the 12 boxes. So you could call it half set. But the thing is, each box contained 1 mini skein and 1 little gift. So a lot of my customers stretch them into 24 days, opening the box on the first day and then opening a little gift on the next day. But I know like mystery box is not for everybody. So in case you really need to see the yarn beforehand, this was the mini skein set that came from the advent calendar, and I had some backups because I always want to have backups for something like this, just in case mail get lost or damaged. But I know everybody got their set already, and I have about 5 or 6 left right after Christmas, and I'm only down to 2. So when you buy this set, you get this 12 mini skeins plus the shopping in the middle, which was part of that advent calendar last year. And that was made by Chantal of Studio 79 in New Brunswick. She did a great job. She does amazing things. She makes all her jewelry out of recycled electrical wire. She actually go to the metal yard and harvest the wires herself and turn into jewelry. Amazing lady. So this 12 mini skein set plus shopping is available in my shop. Okay, so I like to talk about some kits at the beginning today. And this is the best seller kit in my shop. It's a Granville Island shawl. And as you already know, my studio is located on Granville Island. And Jenny designed this beautiful shawl as part of the bigger kit in 2019. And it's been 3 years, but every time I talk about this, I sell a whole bunch of them. So I know there are a whole bunch of shawl twins with me everywhere in the world. So the thing I like about this is, okay, this is the yarn you get in the kit. And if you choose to get the pattern, you get the pattern as well. But you can buy only the yarn as well if you like. Let me show you here. So this is the shawl. It's basically very basic. Oh, here we go. This is where it starts. Very basic triangular shawl. You don't actually even have to do the garter tab at the beginning. She uses a lot easier method. It looks just great. It's garter stitch, pretty much all garter stitch plus slip stitch. So you don't have to worry about the pearls. And again, basic triangular shawl. And all the color dots are made by slip stitch or mosaic. So instead of doing knit, 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 you once in a while do knit, slip, knit, slip, knit, slip to make those dots. Mosaic meaning you're working with only one strand of yarn at a time. You don't have to deal with, 2 strands at a time. And the pattern is so easy and you can memorize it really quickly. So this was a really perfect TV project when you're a bit too tired in the evening and you don't want to use too much brain. You just want to keep knitting. This was perfect. And even the better fact is, when you start your knitting triangular shawl, one row gets longer and longer and longer. And at some point, I have to start another row, right? And that's quite often your whip becomes like hibernating whip instead of just work in progress. But is this shawl? What you do is, do you see the pink part? You actually get to bind off half of the stitches when you finish that pink band. And then you keep knitting on just one side of the shawl. Sorry, the sunlight is doing weird thing. To complete this shawl. So I found this binding off half of the stitches was a huge motivation booster, if you know what I mean. So I really, really enjoy knitting this one. So let me go back. So you get these 5 mini skeins and 1 full skein of navy. And it's more than enough to complete your project. Like I had lots of leftovers and it's a really great size. And look at this detail at the border. It's so intricate, but it's so easy. And I actually somebody messaged me the other day and she says she's a beginner. And she asked me if she could try knitting this one. And I asked her if you have finished more than a few projects already, and if you like to do it, you should try because there's nothing complicated about it. And it's very enjoyable knitting. So that's Granville Island shawl. And that's available in my shop. And the next one I like to show you is a Yoriko shawl. Oh, by the way, is there any question about Granville Island shawl? If you have question, please put in the chat and I will be watching the chat. Okay, so the next one is, wait for it, Yoriko shawl. It's kind of neat to have shawl pattern with my name on it on Ravelry. This one was designed by Caroline Dick. Oh, this is the yarn we use. That's Crimson Blues on Donegal. It's a fingering weight yarn. And and this is a carrying on the right side. And she designed this shawl for, 2 years ago but we launched it at 2020 or January 2020 at Vogue Knitting Live, New York. I can't believe I was in New York in January 2020. Just so much happened afterwards. But it was very well received. I had 20 or 30 copies of them. I sold them all. So this is a one skein shawl. So if you have, and it works really well with variegated colors because number of stitches is changing all the time. And it is, again, very basic crescent-shaped shawl, mostly garter stitch. And she threw in just like one row of lace in the middle so that you don't lose interest. And when you get to the border, you get to see this, it's lace, but it's really modern-looking lace. And it's a little bit different. So that's very fun to do. If you have any variegated color yarn, like this pattern is a great pattern to go with. If you just want to buy the pattern, you can go to Ravelry and look for Yoriko shawl, and you should be able to find it. Okay, and I like to thank the photographer who is Sylvia McFadden. You probably know her as a designer, and also Caitlin French, the model. I don't even know how I got into this fabulous collaboration, and I'm really, really grateful. Okay, so that was, Yoriko shawl. Okay, so let me go to the next one. And I do have a love note sweater kit in my shop. I'm a little short with this blue combo because my supplier, these are all sparkle yarn, like fingering weight yarn is sparkle yarn for this kit. And my supplier is out of this yarn for almost 2 months now, I think. And he told us like the containers in the port and they're going through the custom clearance, but that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I hope he gets them very soon so I can dye them again. But I know you probably knitted 1 or 2 love knot sweaters by now. I know some people made like 5, 6, 7 of them. And so I did this one, and I did bring it to Vogue Knitting Live New York 2020. That I think that was the first show I had this sweater. And every time I show this yarn combo in the picture, the navy mohair and like seafoam color sparkle yarn, everybody said, no, you didn't. Did you? Like, I kind of amused towards the end of the show because everybody said, did you? Like, yes, I did. And I think that's because a lot of people like more think about using very similar yarn for both the fingering weight yarn and the mohair. But as a weaver, I'm very used to mixing colors. Is there any weaver in the audience? If you're a weaver, let me know in the chat. I know Penny is. Okay, so I love this like heathery effect this really light color and dark color creates. And you could do a lot of fun mixing colors. Yes, Mimi weaves. Yes, Irene is a weaver. I do know that. Stephanie weaves. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you, Stephanie. So I will restock this blue one as soon as possible, but until then, I do have still pretty good number of this coffee combo, which is the combination of these 2 colors. And I also have pink combo, which is these 2 colors. This would be really cute for girls of any age, small to old. I love to have my sweater with this color myself too. So, but if you want to order this kit, please be careful to check the yardage. If you get one set, you get one skein each of mohair yarn and fingering weight yarn. That will be enough if you're making smaller size, like say maybe teenager size with cropped lengths and short sleeves. You should be able to do that. But if you want like adult size, especially with long sleeves and longer lengths, you probably need 2 or 3 sets. So that's my Love Note sweater kit. That's a close-up. You see like it has sterina inside. It's a sparkle. And this sparkle is very, very subtle. So if you're indoors, you probably won't see it. But once in a while, the sparkle catches the light and it looks really pretty. It's very subtle and I like it. Okay, and then another kit available in my shop is Mountain Mist Sweater by Tinkernets again. Love Note sweater is by Tinkernets. And I was wearing this sweater yesterday. Where did it go? So this is the sweater. If you want to try color work sweater, but if you're not sure if like you're up to it yet, this is a great starter because you only have this much color work. It's not that much. And for the rest of the sweater, you can just focus on doing the shaping. So I love this sweater and this get a lot of use. I wear a lot. So if you're a beginner, don't be scared to try this. It's very beginner friendly project. So because this is my superwash merino worsted yarn base, so I like to show you some project with this base. If you're interested, I'm not showing you a lot of semi-solid color yarn in this show, but I do have lots of them in fingering weight and worsted weight. So please check out my shop if you're interested. And I love this yarn. It is a 4-ply, meaning 4 strands of yarn plied together. It's very soft and squishy, and it has a really great stitch definition. This is a ranunculus sweater by Midori Hirose. Her photographs on the Ravelry page looks very different, but it is ranunculus sweater. And I knit this last year and I brought it to Knit City, and a lot of customers love how the stitch definition shows up with this yarn. So if you're looking for something to show off your stitches in your knitting or crochet, this would be a great yarn. And I have another one with this yarn base. I love this shawl. Okay. Look at this texture. It's all stitches, stitch patterns. Okay, I hope you can see it. So this looks a bit washed out. Oh, it looks actually better here. It's pretty dark, rich, nice deep red. The colorway is called, colorway is called Love Song. And the pattern is called Songbird Shawl by Shannon Cook. Okay, I love how these stitches show up with this colorway. So that's my super wash merino worsted weight yarn. And I have a lots of semi-solid colors. So please check that out. Yes. It is Songbird. It's by Shannon Cook. All right. Thank you so much, Susan. Is there any question so far? Are we doing okay? I have 30 minutes left and I have no idea how much more I have left. Let's see. Okay, so I show you the worsted weight yarn. Now, I'm just repeating this one. I put my shop link in the chat, and if you buy more than $50, I will pay your shipping, so you don't have to worry about the shipping cost. All right. So let me talk about my collections. I like dyeing yarn in collections, mostly because this way I can give my customers better idea how to combine yarns. And also I can give each colorway more stories or context, if you will. How does the Supernova knit up? It's Supernova. Do I have? Yes. Hold on. I do have show, and I show you this. This is Galaxy collection, and I show you the collection later. But you see this? Oh, this side. The purple part, that's Supernova. I hope that this gives you some idea. And this is a fingering weight yarn on Donegao base. And I talk about more about this collection later on. Thank you. Okay, so the Lakeside collection was born after inspired by my mini vacation to Anita Lake, which is close to Whistler. And that vacation happened years and years ago. And if you don't know about Whistler, Whistler is where 2010 Olympic Games skiing competitions were held, but most of them, not all of them. And they're talking about inviting the Olympic again in 2030. And I hope that I hope that will go well if it goes ahead. So, and it is 7 colorway collection, and we start from lighter color and goes to the darker one. This is Morning Mist. It is white background with blue and green speckles. You may see a little bit browny speckle as well. It's just like that's how dyes mixed by the supplier, and I actually like that brown bits. You may see it later because it kind of gives more natural look to the yarn. And then there's Spring Thaw, which is a white, very light green, blue-green variegated yarn with the same speckle, like blue-green color. And this is knitted by Roberta, who lives on Sunshine Coast, BC. She's a very productive, beautiful knitter, and look how elegant she is. And she took a few skeins of yarn from me at the Fibre Festival. And she surprised me a few months later with this beautiful project. So she used the Spring Thaw I showed you in the previous slide and combined with Lady of the Lake on kit silk to make this beautiful shawl. And the pattern is Birds of a Feather Shawl by Andrea Mori. Oh, here's another shot on the beach from Roberta. Okay, and then I have Ice on Lake, which is blue. It's a little bit purplish blue and white variegated yarn with same blue-green speckle. And on this one, you can probably see the brown bits right here, right there, and maybe here. And I quite like that. It looks like more natural look. And here is a pattern designed by Françoise Danwar a few years ago. She used the ice on lake and combined with mermaid's tail. That's that seafoam color in the spine. And this is intarsia. So usually people use intarsia to kind of paint the picture on a knitted garment, but she used that technique to make this very modern looking design. And I love it. It's a pretty good size wrap, rectangular shape. And I have a kit available. And I'm planning to have a couple more collaboration with Frenchy, and I'm so looking forward to it. Then I have Anita Lake, and this one is white, blue, and green variegated color yarn with the same blue-green speckle. And if there's any crocheter, I'm so excited to have this new pattern by Nylia Plasky. She finished this design last fall for me. And if you're planning to go somewhere this summer, and if you're a crocheter, I like you to try this design. And look how generous the size is. This could be really dressy. Maybe if you're on like cruise ship or something, this would be really, really gorgeous. Thank you, Nikki. I know. So the name of the design is Lake Waters Shawl. It is a crochet project, and I have a kit available in my shop. Yeah, it looks very elegant. I love it. Okay, so the colorway gets a little darker from here on. I have a reflection on sparkle yarn, and you see a little bit navy and purple in this colorway. Then I have a deep end on sparkle, so it's a lot more navy in this one. And finally, I have an Indigo Constellation. And Indigo Constellation is tonal colorway in navy, but it's not really solid navy. You see a lot of shift of colors. Some portion look a little lighter than other portions. Some portion is like a little purplish. Some portions a little bit greenish. So it is, nice kind of solid-ish color, but you have lots of fun knitting working with this one. So at one point, I decided I need a sample for this collection. So I could look for something that uses 7 skeins, but I decided, I try the design called Fading Point Shawl by Hohiro Kateri, just to show people like you can pick any colors from this collection and it will work. So I picked these 5 colorways, and if you like to have the same colorways, there's a kit in my shop. And this one I didn't make myself because I was going to the conference and everything. So I asked my sample knitter, Susan, to make one. And one day it came back as a shawl, and I opened the package and I just gasped. She did a great job and it's beautiful. So This is the one in the middle. This was taken at a show. It drapes beautifully and it's really nice size. If you look at the right side, that's the mountain mist sweater I showed you earlier. This is the Galaxy collection shawl. It's coming back a little later. So I have this shawl here with me, if I can find it. There we go. See how gorgeous this is. I love the way how color worked. And it's a gorgeous design. This lace bands makes really nice accent. And how it drapes. And this shawl has very interesting construction. So if you want to have a little bit challenge, this is great. So, no, I didn't knit this shawl. I cannot take credit for that. I hired Sampo knitter and she did a great job. Like she's really good. So this one, again, it starts like just basic triangular shawl. Like you probably recognize this. It starts with garter top. And then when it gets to the certain width, you start decreasing at the edge so that it stays at the same width. And you do that twice from both ends. See, you start from this side as well. And when you have both ends done and you get to the center, you actually pick the stitch like this to close this triangular gap in between. So if you want to try something a little bit different, this is a great pattern. So again, this is fading point shawl and the kit is available in my shop. Thank you so much, Danielle. All right, is there any question about this? Thank you. I know I heard quite a few people said they made this shawl for their daughter's or son's wedding. So it's kind of a wedding shawl. Yeah, that's true. Like if I have a kit, you can just grab it and start knitting. So that's a fading point shawl with my Lakeside collection. And as I said earlier, I'm a weaver. So whenever I design a collection, I feel like I want to weave something with this. So this is about 3 years ago, I decided to weave with this collection. You know, as a weaver, I've of course put long enough rope to weave about 3 shawls. 3 is minimum, right? Or maybe 2. And I wove these 3 shawls. And for the weavers in the audience, I use mermaid's tail for the weft, for the left one. So that's the seafoam color. And for the middle one here, I use Indigo Constellation. That's the navy tonal yarn for the weft. And the right one here, this weft yarn is not available because it's just too time consuming to dye, and also it may not work on your setup. So what I mean is I try to make the weft color so it kind of generally darker on the bottom side here and a little lighter on the top side, so that the bottom side of the shawl is a lot darker than the other side. And of course, color started shifting, but I actually didn't mind it. It's like, looks more natural. So, you know, depending on how you weave, even that may not work for you. So I don't have that color available, but if you're interested, you could get coffee time in my shop, and that could give you something close to this, but you don't get really light color like this on the lighter side. But it'll be close enough. I may have it somewhere. No, I don't think I can find it. Sorry. Okay, is there any question? Are we doing okay? So let's talk about Galaxy collection. And this is the first collection I ever designed. That was quite a few years ago. This Galaxy collection started with this yarn, and the winner is. But originally it had a name. It was called City Nights. So idea was like, dark night sky, a lot of neon colors on top. But I changed the name because I used this colorway for my Instagram 500 follower giveaway. So like, it was really like, it was not even 1 year after I started on Instagram. And I think it was my studio account because I didn't have my own account back then. But anyways, when I started this 500 follower giveaway, I was really, really nervous because I was thinking, what if I start this giveaway and nobody wanted my yarn? I know it may sound weird, but the fear was really, really real. So I was a bit hesitant at the beginning, but I took all the courage I could and hit the share button. To my surprise, as soon as I hit the share button, entries came in one after another. And by the time I closed the contest in 5 days, I had over 1,000 entries. And that was amazing. And that's the reason I changed the name of this colorway to "And the Winner Is," because I wanted to remember the excitement as a beginning small business. And this is how "And the Winner Is" would knit up. It has a navy background with lots of speckled colors and sometimes white. And even the navy part has a lot of color shift. So it's a very interesting, fun yarn to work with. And after this "And the Winner Is" was there, I got lots of comment every time I show this picture on social media. People saying like, that looks like a galaxy. Because I got so many comments saying the same thing, I thought I have to make a Galaxy collection. So that's how the Galaxy collection was born. So let me go through Galaxy collection yarns, the rest of the Galaxy collection yarns one by one. This is the Big Bang. I name it that way because in terms of production, this is the starting point of Galaxy collection. And every other colorways go through one more dye bath to become a different colorway. So this is the beginning point of my Galaxy collection, the Big Bang. So here is the Big Bang on the right side. And this is my fine ear fade shawl when it was still work in progress. And it's melting into the next one. That's called Blue Galaxy. So this is the Blue Galaxian. This one has royal blue background instead of navy compared to "And the Winner Is." And this is how Blue Galaxy would knit up. I know, she's so cute, right? If you're in Vancouver area, like you may know the kid. Her name is Penny and her mom is Sarah. Sarah started a beading business these days. Her Instagram account is called Beading Sook. So please check her out. She's a very talented person. Then I have a supernova. And supernova is the most popular yarn in my shop usually. The Halloween collection may take over right before Halloween, but usually this is the top of the list. And this is how supernovas crocheted. And this is done by Rolla Beth King. She's a very productive and beautiful crocheter. She's just whipping up the project one after another. Very impressive. I love this sweater. It does look like a galaxy with this one too. And then, I wanted to show you this one. This is very clever. Okay, this one was knitted by Rachel. And the pattern is Bonjour or Hi Kao by Espace Tricot. What Rachel did is she combined this supernova yarn with black mohair silk yarn, you know, the lace weight mohair. And what she did effectively is she toned down this really colorful yarn tiny bit so that it's not too screaming colorful and make it a little bit more wearable for some people. But if you look at really closely, you can still see all the supernova colors. So all the colors are all there, but it's all toned down a little bit. So if you have a skein of yarn in your stash, which you like the feel of it, but the color is just tiny bit off, this is something you could do to shift all the colors to your liking. So if you feel like it's too, say, yellowish, like you may want to combine with, I don't know, orange if you want to shift towards orange, or maybe blue or even green to make it a little bit, to make it shift towards the blue side. And it's called optical blending. And if you take my color theory class, we talk about those things too. So this is supernova plus black mohair silk yarn. Then I have a green universe and tarantula nebula. Then finally I have Andromeda. And this one has black background. Sometimes it's really dark gray. And here is Keith. So if you're in Vancouver area, and if you go to Knit City, you probably know him, or at least you have seen him because he volunteers there all the time. Very friendly person, and he took 2 skeins of Andromeda one day, and he designed and knitted this beautiful shawl. Unfortunately, it's his original design, so pattern is not available yet. So this is how Andromeda looks like. It has a black background and speckled colors all the way through. Okay, so all this Galaxy yarn I show you so far are on Donegao yarn base. That's fingering weight yarn, but I do have, I think I have all of them on Superwash Merino worsted weight base. And these are a couple of projects by knit.coffee.co on Instagram. And they sell coffee with in the back, which has nice knitted fabric printed on it. It's very pretty. You should check them out. But anyways, the left side, the purple one is the supernova, and the green one on the right side is the green universe, both on Superwash Merino worsted weight yarn base. And as soon as I shared this green one on the right side last year, everybody went nuts. And like everybody said they knitting this hairband. And that was very funny in a way. I guess hairband is a thing. Okay, so that's the Galaxy collection. And this is the Find Your Fade shawl I showed you earlier. Let me show you again. So this is the Galaxy collection shawl. So if you like to be a show twin with me, you can buy a full skein set of Galaxy collection. If you just want to try out the colors, I do have a mini skein set available. And you can also buy them as individual colors as well. All right, so that was Galaxy collection knitting. And of course, oh, there's another thing. Another one, I forgot about this. So this one is knitted by Jennifer, and she bought the mini skein collection. And I think you can probably make 2 pairs of mitts like this if you buy mini skein collection. There should be enough yardage in it. I love these ones. They're so colorful and fun. So again, one day I decided I weave Galaxy collection. And I made these 3 shawls out of the same warp. So the top one, I used the purple color weft. The weft was a commercial yarn. I used the Jagar Span. Superfine merino, I believe. Oh no, it could be the merino silk mix. Sorry, I can't remember. But purple, really like bright purple color one here. And this shawl here at the bottom, I use the black weft. And the background one here, I use navy colored weft. So they all look a little bit different, which is fun. Okay, and then I have an Earth Day collection. And Earth Day is coming up in a couple of months. And this is the collection I released last year. And I just flipped through because I don't have a lot of time left. But I go from light to dark again. This is New Beginnings. And I have Weeping Willow. Weeping Willow is a special tree for Japanese people. So this is kind of my Japanese content. And I have a Tidal Pond. And I have Mother Earth. This was the first colorway I designed for this collection. And I really, really like how it came out. Then I have a Deep Sea. So this is a kind of darker tonal yarn. So that's Earth Day collection. And it's still, I don't have a lot of finished project picture from my customers, but this is the one I made. I see the misspelling. I look at this first for like hundreds times. I still see the misspelling. Okay, the pattern is Staycation Cowl. So I'm missing Y. Staycation Cowl. It's a crochet pattern by Amanda Kafka. She presented yesterday as a vendor as well. Sorry, I had it. Where did it go? There it is. So there's a crochet project, but it probably give you a good idea how colors would blend even if you knitted them. And I love the way they're working with each other. And it's really cute cowl. And I actually used up a mini skein set of Earth Day collection. And I used up pretty much every inch of it. And you get the cute cowl like this. And if you don't crochet and if you're just a knitter, she has a very similar pattern for knitting as well. So check her out. So that's the Earth Day collection cowl. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so there's a one spin-off from Earth Day collection if you need one more color. This is very close to Weeping Willow with orange and red speckles, and it's called Spring Meadow. I decided to keep Earth Day collection just blue and green, but of course, me being me, I had to add some colors to it. Okay, so that's it with yarn for today, but I like to tell you my teaching for the next while. If you're in California or close by, I'll be going to Stitches West in 2 weeks. Oh my God, it's 2 weeks away. I'll be teaching 3 classes on March 4th. I believe that's Friday. I have a color magic for knit and crochet and how to make styles for repeatable colors. So color magic is kind of color theory class, mostly for knitters and crocheters. So if you have, if you like to improve your work in terms of colors, that would be a great class for you. And how to mix dyes for repeatable colors is, I know lots of people just take a basic dye class, you know how to slap colors onto the yarn, but at some point you may want to repeat that result. So this class will teach you how to make the recipe recordable so that you can get predictable result each time. And I also will show you how to mix the colors so you can achieve the colors at least close to what you want. If you're working on your own like fiber art project, like artists, sometimes they want to dye their own color to get the color palette they need. Well, you may want to become a dyer one day. I know like lots of people come to my class to become a dyer, which is great. And then March 5th, I'll be teaching color magic for rigid heddle weavers. And I taught this class earlier this month and it was great. I had so much fun. And I believe everybody came to the class enjoyed that too. So if you're a weaver, and if you ever have problem, like say you like the warp you made, but you had no idea what to use for the weft. Maybe number 2, you wove it, but you didn't like the result because the weft color you used was not right, but you have no idea what to do about it. So if that's the case, come to this class and to understand how colors interact with each other in weaving in terms of warp and weft. So that's a class for you. And another learning opportunity, I'll be at Vogue Knitting Live Seattle in April. And I'll be teaching 3 classes on April 9th. It's a color magic for knit and crochet, the same class as I'm teaching at the Stitches West. So that's a color theory class for knitters and crocheters. And then April 10th, I'll be teaching dyeing wool yarn for dyeing wool yarn 101. So that's something you can just come and have fun and like, you know, to color your yarn as you like. Or if you're a little more serious, like you can pay more attention and learn the basic of dyeing as well. And they are offering 2 sessions, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. You could take both, but we repeat in the same thing. So that's that. And I am planning to take 3 months off from teaching so that I can kind of take care of myself. And also I need some more creative time because I've been kind of running nonstop last 2 years or so. So I decided to take 3-4 months off from teaching and I should be back in the fall. But if you've been thinking of taking any of my classes, this would be the last chance before the next fall. Okay, so that's it from me. And if you have any question, I will take your questions. Oh, the treasure hunt word. I don't know. what should it be my word? I didn't think about it. I'm just too busy taking care of everybody else.
What about hugs and kisses for your new color?
But that's 3 words.
Well,
am I allowed to use 3 hours?
If you put it all as one word.
Okay, let's say hugs and kisses because I don't say no to Rebecca.
I like it.
It's an internal joke. I said that because the other day I was teaching class and then some of the students asked me if I could do something. And then I told them I have to ask my assistant, who is Rebecca. And they asked me, like, can you just tell her to do it? And I said, no, I want to keep her. If she says no, it's no. So that's how it goes.
I think it's never no, though.
Never know. Okay, so my treasure hunt word is, let's put 3 words together and hugs and kisses. Okay, that's that. Oh, thank you so much. All right, let's stop recording.